We're following the breaking news, the massive international search taking place right now for possible debris from Malaysia Flight 370 spotted by a satellite over the Indian Ocean. Let's dig deeper right now with former Navy Operation Research Analyst Colleen Keller. She helped with the search for Air France Flight 447, which crashed into the Atlantic back in 2009. Also joining us, CNN's Richard Quest. He's in New York, as is Colleen. Colleen, Joe Johns just reported about this international effort to find the wreckage of the plane. So how do countries, on a practical basis, actually coordinate this rather complex investigation? And as we speak right now, it's daylight in Perth, Australia, and surveillance aircraft are getting ready to take off to fly to that area 1,500 miles at sea.
Well, Wolf, they should be using something equivalent to the incident command system, which puts people in charge and has a whole staff underneath that person where all the data can come in and be consolidated in a single place. Logistics can be applied to the problem, and then new assets requested if necessary. And I'm sure the Australians are using this process.
Richard, how worried are authorities in Australia right now and elsewhere, U.S., Australians, others who are looking that horrible weather could hinder this search?
It is a concern, moderate to poor weather. You saw earlier the rain in Perth, where even before it was daylight, it was just driving down, and Kyung La could barely report. So it is a concern because not only do the planes have to take off from Perth, fly 4 hours or 3 or 4 hours, and they only have a relatively short period of time over the search area, maybe 2 hours at most, before they have to head back again. It's very difficult in poor conditions to extend the search time, either through aerial refueling in certain cases, and not least of which the sheer difficulty, Wolf, of spotting that which is on the water. So they'll continue doing it until they absolutely can't, but it makes the job much more challenging.
Tell us, Colleen, how significant those so-called sonar buoys are that the planes will carry, some of them at least. They'll drop these sonar buoys in the water, and they'll be listening, hoping to find some sort of ping from those flight data and voice recorders.
Well, in the Air France search, Wolf, we didn't use buoys. We used towed pinger locators, which were towed from ships that were provided by the U.S. Navy. I'm not sure that there's actually a buoy that's capable of listening to this, but that would be ideal to get a large field out there which could direction find to the direction that the pings would be coming from, if they have that capability.
If they have that capability. We're told they do, but go ahead, Richard.
Wolf, let me just amplify a little bit on what you were just saying there. The reason they are deploying these buoys, these transmitters, is not really to hear the pings, because as your other guest says, it just would be impossible for that. The reason they're doing this is to monitor the current and the tide and the water temperature, because bearing in mind, Wolf, the satellite telemetry, the satellite images that we've saw are 3 days old. Now, they need to know roughly where would the current have carried them 3 days ago. They're not going back to where they were 3 days ago. They're now extrapolating where they will be now. And the only way they can do that, Wolf, is to know exactly, not just model it. You can model it to your heart's content. You have to put assets down into the water to see what the real current is, the real temperature, the real movement, and then they can model, that's what it's doing. Therefore, 3 days ago, it was here. Therefore, it should be there.
Colleen, you helped with the search for Air France Flight 447 back in 2009. Knowing what you know now, the satellite images of what may be debris from this Malaysian airliner, what's your sense? Are they onto something, or is this another false lead?
Oh, gosh, Wolf, I hope this is it, because we really needed a break like this. It's an awfully large piece for an aircraft to have hit the water and generated something that large. I'm a little skeptical, but then again, what we need to do is identify something that's tagged to that plane, and then the real search begins. If we can reverse drift these pieces back 12 days to when the impact occurred, then our work's cut out for us. We're going to have an area probably even bigger than the Air France area, and we're going to have to employ a lot of assets to look at the bottom at that point.